All right, this is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. 2 balloons, 2 green balloons, 2 red balloons, 2 dark green balloons, whatever. Close to the same length, lots of room at the end. Lots of twists and ties on this one, but still 2 balloons. All right, now I used to call this an apple tie because there was a balloon where you stuck the end in and you twisted it on the end and it made a little apple. So I've always called this an apple tie. I don't know what people are calling it these days, but I grab the knot with my finger, pull my finger out, and that's going to make a Tyrannosaurus face, which actually smiles. Okay? Now we do a neck. So we're starting at the head of the Tyrannosaurus. 4 bubble circle. Just like that. Now here's what I do. I take that circle and I'm going to push it and pull it. I'm going to push the neck through, pull and roll the 4 ball around. And what happens is those become the bumps on the back of the neck of the Tyrannosaurus. Okay. Now I do a pop tie, but I don't do a regular pop tie. I do my 5 bubble pop tie. So what that is it's arm, 5 bubbles, arm. All right, so I'll go ahead and do it now. I'm going to pop the middle one, and then I'm going to use the length from these 2 to tie it off. All right, so what I do is I hold this with these middle fingers and my ring finger, and I'll wrap it around those 2 fingers without changing hands. That way I don't have to change hands. I can do it all in my left hand. All right, those are going to be the little tiny hands of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now the body. And if I'm really going to go for it, I might as well. Another 4 bubbles for the back of his body. Once again, pushing the body through, pulling the 4 bubbles around, just like that. Okay. So now I'm halfway done with the Tyrannosaurus. I need to let the air out of here. And if you're totally out of room like I am, I just push it back in. I push it back in to where I get a little uninflated piece. And then I can let the air out of there. All right, so now the air is out. And I tie that to the second balloon. So this is the thing, there's just not enough room on one balloon to do the whole Tyrannosaurus. All right, I cut off any extra there, and now I've got the other balloon attached. All right, now we're gonna do the legs. Now Tyrannosaurus have big back legs, right? So one big section of his back leg and a knee. Another section of the back leg, and now I'm going to do a 3-ball pop tie. All right, so thigh, shin, 3 balls, thigh, okay, ear tie, and shin. I'm going to lock that off because now it's all held. All right. So I didn't do the second ear tie here, so I'm going to do the second ear tie. What that ear tie does is it gives me a knee, basically, a knee joint, all right? And that's his tail, right? But instead of leaving his tail there, at the very end, twist 3 or 4 or 5 really small bubbles. Let's see, one more. What the heck? And bring that up along the back of the tail. Okay? So I've got this extra piece. I'm going to cut this off, let the air out, And I'm just gonna, again, wrap that around, wrap it around, wrap it through. Just wrap it around inside the animal until it disappears inside all the wraps. Okay, so that extra piece, did you see how that single set of bubbles goes right up into the back? Okay, so now I'm going to do the 3-ball pop tie. So I just twist each end of the 30 balls into teddy bear ears. And then I'm going to divide each one in half. Divide it in half. Divide it in half. And again, the reason I do the dividing in half is so that it splits this. And all I do is use the tips of my fingers, tips of my fingers to pinch and twist so that they divide in half. So now, before I do the pop, I always like to put the face on. All right. So I'll give him big eyes. I wouldn't use the white eyes on this because the black eyes are scarier. And what I'm going to do is draw big teeth right around that smile. All right. So what you've got is you've got a Tyrannosaurus face. All right, looks like I missed a piece. Yeah, that's the nice thing. You see it on video, I guess. All right. And then I've got the tails, but the legs connected. But if I pop this legs now, I'm going to pop the middle, and I usually make a show leg. I have to pop it to finish that. What that does is it separates the legs. And I have got a walking Tyrannosaurus Rex.